Y'all are too casual and too reckless with your health out here for me. I understand that you are a grown lady. I understand that you make your own decisions, your body, your choice. But sex is not as casual as you guys make it seem.
The other day, there was a lady that came on here to give us a story time, a juicy story time, talking about how she has chlamydia. She got treated, but she didn't go back to go and get tested again to know if she's no longer having the disease anymore. But then she hooked up with a guy on the first date in the car. They had smacks. Along the line, he took the condom off because the condom entered inside her or something. They took the condom off, so they did it raw. And they hooked up again, same thing. And she was just, I feel like the story time was all about her, messing up a 3-year relationship. I'm going to link the story time in the description box if you don't remember. If you've not watched it or you missed it, you have to watch it. It's just short clip. It's a short story time and it's very interesting. So now people are talking about it because people are like, girl, you got no shame. Because there are some secrets that you have to keep and carry to the grave. That even if the point had gone into your head, you shut the F up. You guys, if you remember this story, I want to know your thought down in comment section while we watch people reaction on this video. And she also did another update on this. So let's watch all the videos together and then I'll come back and share my thoughts.
There's a man sitting outside his car. We make eye contact. I continue. I go into the store. I come out the store. He starts following me. He's like, hey, you, I'm talking to you. I turn around. We exchange numbers. Boom. We link up. He still wants to take me on a date, but it's 9 o'clock at this point. It's a little too late for a date, at least where I am. Nothing's open except the casino. So we go to the casino, but nothing's open in the casino. You feel me? So ultimately, we had to just chill in the car. We had to. We chill in the car, whatever. We're getting to know each other. I mean, he's gonna know me because I don't judge ever about myself. Long story short, we ended up doing the do. Before we did the do, I let him know, because I didn't want to do the do originally. I let him know that I had chlamydia at some point this year. Yeah, I'll own it. I'll own it. I went and got treated for it, but I never went to go get tested again. I let this man know that verbatim. That's exactly what I told him. I had chlamydia, got treated, still haven't gotten tested since. Don't know if I have it, if I'm being honest with you. Exactly what I told that man. He goes, no, you don't have it. Like, you took the medicine. Like, he's trying to reassure me, like, hey, you don't.
Sister girl, I gotta ask, are you okay? Are you okay? Because not even the Popo, the FBI, the CIA can beat this information out of me. Like, there's a reason why we have diarrhea. You're telling us? Like, you're telling the whole people on the internet? All of this? And the fact that you had chlamydia, you took the medication and you didn't go back to get tested. Like, there's a reason why there's secrets, you know? Yeah, now. And you're telling us all of this? Do you know the magnitude of people that is on TikTok? Wow. Can't even imagine. I think we're going to need TikTok diary. I think so. I think we're going to need TikTok diary.
Beautiful content creator gets in here, does a story time about how she hooked up with a guy twice in her car, had chlamydia, shared that information with him, but is not sure if she still has it. At least that's what I feel like a lot of the bad review videos are coming from, is the backlash about why are you not sure if you have chlamydia or not. Anyway, she goes on to say that he's an LPN and that he was basically checking her and was like, you should be fine as long as you took all the medication. More of the story, she ended up running into an older friend, and it turns out they were dating the same guy. Although this friend had been with him for 2 or 3 years, saying that he's such a great guy, and she had hooked up with him just recently, clearly 2 times in the car. To me, this is not about hookups or chlamydia as much as this is about possible trauma, impulsivity, and unhealed emotional wounds that drive people's choices and decisions. She goes on to share that it was just easier to not get checked for the chlamydia, and she even hangs out with guys when she's on her period and she doesn't shave because it's easier for her to say no to sleep with the men. And to me, that tells me you may have had a history of not being able to say no, and here we are today. That right there is an attachment wound, kind of downplaying your own health. To me, that kind of signals there is a sense of shame and maybe Like you have this belief that your needs don't matter. Even the impulsivity and the riskier behavior and the self neglect comes from having lower self worth. Now, the gratification of being wanted may have only been reaffirmed with the sexual attention that you're getting, which again is something that can be learned. It's like your proof of value. Now, I'm not going to go as far as diagnosis, but have I seen this before? Definitely in my personality disorders, like borderline personality disorder with a history of sexual trauma and bipolar disorder for my people who are more manic. A lot of unresolved trauma will show up in your relationships with men, or it just shows up in your body. People will confuse being wanted with being worthy, but how can you feel worthy without having to risk your own health to prove it? So for anyone who feels like you're only loved whenever people want your body, please know that you are not alone. It's definitely a wound. It's not your worth, but also talking to someone safe would help. Putting it on social media, I just felt like, hey, I'm here with you. Everyone's just like red flags, but I'm just like, do you in a safe way, please, because you're gorgeous and I feel like you have a great personality and people do care about you. I just want you to also find those people who genuinely do. Also, if you want to see her video, I put it in my caption below.
This is how I know a lot of y'all wasn't raised right. Why would you get on this internet and literally tell the world you got chlamydia or had chlamydia? Like, what are we doing here? Like, not everybody should know your business. Like, this is not, TikTok or any of these platforms are not your therapist. We're not your journal. We're not, none of that. You will be judged and ridiculed on this internet, okay? Now, the whole world knows that you a nasty freak. Like, you can't keep your clothes closed. The crazy thing, like, you should see how she talks. She sounds so freely. This is why we need to bring shame back. Like, there's no shame in a lot of these people, man. Like, at all. Like, they just promiscuous as freak out all day. And us, man, we need to do better, too. I'm mad at the guy, too. Like, dude. And I hope most men understand this too. You gotta let the lust go. Get you a good one and just move along in life, man. There's no need to be out here in these streets because this is what you're gonna get caught up with. Girls who don't respect themselves and they out here again becoming backseat warriors and shit like that. I'm telling you guys, do what's best for you health-wise. Leave these dirty chicks alone. Be responsible.
Y'all are too casual and too reckless with your health out here for me. I understand that you are a grown lady. I understand that you make your own decisions, your body, your choice. But sex is not as casual as you guys make it seem. I hope by now the majority of TikTok have seen this young beautiful lady's story time about how pretty much she met this guy and they did the do on the first day. She let the guy know beforehand that she has chlamydia and that she had chlamydia, but she got treated for it, but she never went back to get retested to make sure the treatment worked. And the guy said, I'm pretty sure you don't have it anymore. Everything should be fine. They used the condom fell off inside of her, but somehow they decided to continue with the intercourse and he was discussed after. Anyway, blah, blah, blah. But for the comments was what's concerning. And as a nurse, my eyes are just like, my mind is just blown. And the comments, people are like, well, so what? She's grown. We're grown. We can have sex on the first night. That's not what this is about. If you're grown, then stop making childlike decisions. That is not the definition of being grown. The definition of being grown and being an adult is take care of your health.
Yeah.
You guys have to understand that there's too many moving, walking diseases out here. There's a lot of men that don't care about their health. There's a lot of women that don't care about their health. Clearly, you guys can see. Now, it's very concerning that this man has a girlfriend. Not only did he cheat on the girlfriend, he slept with another lady who had a disease, and assumed that she should be fine. Guys, this story time has about 3 parts, and each part it gets worse. This lady decided not to use a journal, not to use a therapist, not to use a diary, not to use her notes. She recorded this, decided to release it. She didn't even keep it in her drafts. She released this for the world to see. Like, do you guys not understand the meaning of digital footprint? You can't take this, you can't extract this back from the internet. It's out there and it's spreading like wildfire. And you're talking about your body, your choice. I understand. Yes, your body, your choice. But when you guys are out here knowingly and unknowingly spreading diseases, it's no longer your body, your choice. Innocent people are getting hurt. You guys have to do better as the adults that you claim to be in taking care of your health. Especially, nobody should be having sex if they have not seen a physician within the year. Married people, unmarried people, people in relationships, relationships. You guys need to stop having sex if you have not been in touch with your physician. Everybody needs an STD, STI panel. You guys have to understand that this is important. Chlamydia is not just a minor disease, especially if you haven't went to check that it's been deleted from your body. It's been removed from your body completely. Stop swapping fluids.
But you guys were so right. What did happen to Secrets? I think I'm just gonna keep my results to myself because it's really no one's business at the end of the day. The good news is I didn't spread chlamydia to anybody. So don't be like, oh, she's spreading chlamydia. Bitch, you're spreading misinformation because I haven't given nobody chlamydia. Something I want to say, I haven't gotten too many DMs like this, but I have gotten a few DMs where people just feel like going in my DMs and being like, you're a filthy whore, like blah, 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 blah. I understand if you don't agree with how I move. You're not any better than me just because you don't engage in promiscuous behavior. Yeah, you might just have different morals than me, and that's okay. I didn't even know I was in competition with y'all. To be honest with you, I really didn't know. So I don't understand the comparisons, but it's okay, it's okay. Bashing people for having chlamydia or any STI, STD is not doing what you think it's doing. I understand how I got chlamydia was recklessness. Like whether you consider me hooking up with a man that I've known for 3 years as sleeping around, okay, fine. I slept around and that's how I got chlamydia. But not everyone gets chlamydia or HPV or BV, whatever, through sleeping around or being promiscuous. As you can see, based off my story time that I told you, the girlfriend was not sleeping around. Had she gotten chlamydia, what would you say to her? Would you shame her? Would you call her a filthy whore? I get why you're doing it to me because you heard my story, but not everyone's story is like that. So what do you think shaming someone is going to do? A random stranger online shaming me about my actions, someone I don't even know. I'm sorry, it's not doing anything to me. Like, I'm going to argue back with you and call, I'm going to troll you. Like, the girl that said that to me, I'm like, you're ugly, though. But you're ugly, and you can't carry that. So, all the people that reached out that had similar stories, I do it for y'all, okay? Voice of the streets, for real. Shit, call me Lil Durk. I really think the conversation should shift into something else and not, people trying to shade me. And I'm not even saying that for my own sake. Like, oh my God, I can't handle the hate. Like, genuinely, this is more common than you think, I fear. Like, genuinely, yeah. So I really feel like the conversation should be something a lot bigger. Oop, is that a sign? Especially because, like I said, not everyone is getting STIs or STDs from sleeping around. So, yeah, that's all I have to say. I'm sure I will see you guys tomorrow or in my next video. Keep reacting to the videos, y'all. It's so fucking funny. Tag me in them, all that. Have a good night.
You cannot shame the shameless. Someone that doesn't give a F, you can't shame them. Someone that does not. There's nothing you can say, or there's nothing you can do. She doesn't care. Like, she doesn't see it as a problem. And she sharing the story, she doesn't see it as a problem. And I feel like she feels like people are coming for her because she has chlamydia. I feel like the fact that she's ignoring her health all because of pleasure. Because I believe that was exactly how you got the disease the first place, because you're like everywhere without protecting yourself. Hmm? And now you got treated with that one and you didn't go back to make sure that you're clear and also protect yourself for future, because that's not the only disease, right? There are other ones that doesn't even have cure. Hmm? So you didn't even protect yourself. You're not even like, you're the one telling, because in the story time, you guys remember, I can't forget. She said, I was telling him to take the condom off. I was telling him to take the condom off. And I'm like, that man, you just met him that day. So let's assume you even met him like 5 years ago, or you guys have been dating for a long time and all of that. That is different. You just met him that day. Precaution. Nobody's saying don't have sex on the first date. Precaution. Okay? You know, and knowing that you've not actually cleared the one you got from being reckless, you've not cleared it, you're not cleared. You don't know what he has. And you telling him doesn't mean that you're the only one that have. What if he has something and he doesn't want to tell you? There are a lot of these men that don't even know they have disease. And when it comes to men, I feel like their own disease kind of hide more than for we women. They don't know on time compared to us. A woman, if you have sex with a man that is dirty or a man that doesn't take care, you will start having itchy vagina or smelly vag down there. Like you will know something is off. Easily you start having symptoms of infection, disease, and all of that. But the men, I feel like it takes a long time, kind of stay in their body for a long time. And most of them, they don't even take care of it. It's just like antibiotics. They might not even go to the hospital for proper care. You know, men, right? But you as a lady, you know that you like to do the do because she said that she doesn't know how to say no because she likes doing it. She just likes doing it. So you like to do the do. You need to protect yourself. You need to be careful. Nobody's saying don't do it. Nobody's saying don't enjoy or you'll lose or something. No, you need to do it the right way. You're an adult, as you said. You need to do it the right way. You need to make sure that you're clean and make sure that whoever you're doing it with is also clean. If it's possible for you, get all these emergency text kits that you can actually do. Home test kit can do for sharp sharp. Just do it if you. And I feel like even doing it without condom is very dangerous for somebody that does not. She's not sure. She has not gone back to test if she has the chlamydia. Like it's just crazy how she doesn't even see any problem in this whole story time that she came to tell us. And she sees it like she's just giving us a gist. Nobody's saying that they are holier than you. But I feel like the most important thing that was actually the issue in that story time was the fact that you don't care about your health and you're saying it out loud. You don't care whatever disease, whatever thing you have, you don't care. So far you wanna be pleasured. You do not care. That's exactly what you're saying. So I feel like that's why people are coming for you. It's not because all of that thing, yeah, people will say that, but then that is like a normal thing. But is that health wise thing? Like you're not really you don't want to care about your health and it's dangerous for you because one thing can lead to another. There are some diseases that you might not even know you have until later on. And you guys, what's your take on this story time? Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section respectfully. As always, your Mariah David, and thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you enjoyed this one. Please like and share and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next one.